It's all right for you.
What do you mean?
I see you've got 2 weeks' holiday coming up.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yes!
Who's at home to Mr. Tetchy then? Anyway, I'm in Dundee because I've had another letter asking me to sort out a fashion crisis. I feel like Jimmy Saddle. As it happens, my name is Jimmy Saddle. Yo, Len, I'm receiving you very loud and very clear. And what is clear is that suit is very loud.
Watch this space. If there sees anybody gorgeous, it'll be me.
Joan of Arc didn't have a placard, she had a banner. Actually, a placard's better. It doesn't wave about in the wind so much.
Sheets? A woman like you shouldn't hide herself in her sheets. This is what I think of a sheets. Sheets? A woman like you shouldn't hide herself in her sheets. This is what I think of a sheets.
Well, I think I'll just go to sleep then.
Yes, I shall too.
Good night.
Good night.
Where's my little knife gone? Did I leave it on there? Sorry, my darling. Take your knife, run that down the middle, all the way down the middle. Yeah, not through, not cutting right through, but down to the hard bit. You can feel where the knife is, and then cross it like that. Look what I'm doing here. Just across, and then we can scoop that out ever so easily. We're going to dice that up. Look, in with the spoon. Oh, dear, look, I just snapped mine in half. Here's one I made earlier.
Perhaps they can be persuaded to move out. I've only just moved in.
Yeah, I know a few faces, you see.
Oh, forget it. After all, we do live in an approximation of a democracy.
Robbie, have we made the right decision?
Of course. You don't seem so sure.
Robbie, have we made the right decision?
Don't go to the same pub as me tonight, I'm telling you.
This is a sultana, and I can't remember the rest of it.
I've done that.
Somebody's telling me, just a minute.
I've done that one.
What do you mean you've done it?
Last week.
This is a sultana and lemon turd... No.
No, I really don't need you doing this at this point this morning.
No, leave them alone. They are all counted.
Last night you were fine. A little lapse of memory.
There's nothing wrong with my memory.
Yeah. Now, oh, there's something wrong with mine, I think.
You've always been a good mate to me, fella. I won't deny that, but that DL...
Forget about him. Forget about who else must I... I've forgotten who you must forget about.
The Lord's will be done, Mr. Dowling.
It would be very sad if someone else were to come along and do better lines than you do.
Thank you. Alice.
Now we're going for a biology lesson, OK? The liver. The liver...
Careful, Alan's very sensitive about that
one. Frank's giving me a funny look as well. The liver is a wonderful thing, as we all know. And it puts up with a lot of... I was going to say a rude word, then I better say it again. It puts up with a lot of stick. It's made up of 4 lobes. Does a lot of jobs. It sort of dilutes our alcohol for us, it processes our fat, it absorbs our fat, it manufactures proteins, does a lot of things. Now, those 4 lobes... Oh, I've forgotten what it is, sorry.
OK, Gary, well, you might have seen the shot. Well, you actually didn't see the shot because we didn't do it. And the reason we didn't do it, because we tried it with a box with the balls in. I didn't have the proper tray.
Ah, this is the one that they show on Auntie's Bloomers that you take 17 goes to get right.
And we never ever got it right.
And the problem was, it was the wrong...
The wrong box. So now I'm going to come off 2 cushions, hit that tray and knock the black in.
Of course you are.
First time.
Yes.
You saw what I was doing, Gary. I didn't want you to work and you didn't know what was going to happen. All right. So it's quite simple. Pot the black. Do it a real hard way.
Go on, then.
No, I can't do it the easy way.
We want to see the hard way, round the table. What time's the next show? We've got a couple of hours, haven't we?
You want to see the hard way?
It's only the new producer and the director having heart attacks. They've got to move all the cameras now.
This is the hard way, right?
Go on, then.
Pot the black. This is I'll just show you how easy it is. We're going to try and pot the black off 2 cushions. OK? You ready? OK, here we go.
Stand by Auntie's Bloomers.
It's as simple as this. You just hit it like that and it goes... Pot the black.
Again.
It's not funny. Pot the black.
Hang on, they've run out of tape now.
Oh. This in rehearsal, it works every single time.
What rehearsals? You're in the pub.
Did this work, George? Right, here we go. Pot the black.
I think it's the rare occurrence. I think it's Kate.
Kate, right. Your card, please, Kate. No. Which of the 2 gentlemen, I use the term loosely, is the one with the correct definition?
I think...
You can't remember?
No, I can. I think Kate is actually... You're right.
Oh!
Hold on. Well done, Kate. Well done. Don't worry, we'll do it again.
Mark, are those little blue tablets any better than any of these? Why all the hype?
Well, generally speaking, the medications that we use are more effective than the mechanical methods, but there's no evidence that Viagra is a new wonder drug. The only problem with these, of course, is that they have to be given into the either as a tablet or as an injection. And people don't like...
I'm sorry. I was going from the start.
Now you're Savanicha. Sorry. Oh dear, right.
Once upon a time in the African desert, 250 million years ago, there were 3 little Lystrosaurs. Mummy Lystrosaur, Daddy Lystrosaur.
Shush, shush. Hornets rarely attack people, actually. And what you generally find is that they're much more friendly than bees or wasps. And often people like to call them the gentle giants of the insect world.
Well, earlier today I spoke to Doctor?
No.
Doctor? No, he's not. He's not a doctor, although I need one. Don't. Well, earlier today I spoke to Barry Hofbauer from... Earlier, I spoke to Barry.
It was opened for Polish pilots, I beg your pardon, who settled on the File Coast after the Second World War. But now their numbers are dwindling. My apologies to them, and here's Carol Lowe with her report.
Some 80,000 troops come here every year to train. Today in this mock village, the Royal Marines are on a FIBUR exercise. That stands for fighting in built-up areas. And
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Scaramouche.
Yes, exactly. Let's do the fandango.
Well, I think you've done really well this week. Oh, Dan, you shouldn't have said that too. Well, Drinking, you've done really well this week. Right. Okay. Well, Drinking, you've done really, really well this week, but the Well, you've done really well this week, Dream Team, but the
Look, you said you were going to laugh. You're not laughing.
No, you started laughing.
One of the hardest things about this job is we're under strict instructions to try and ignore them, not to interfere with them in any way at all unless there's a major problem. You try not interfering with something that adorable. I bet it's come out completely wrong.
Love it or loathe it, for millions of Britons who travel to the continent each year, the euro is a...
It's growing dark around us. You must have been absorbed by your book. Is it a love story?
Certainly not. It's more about money than anything.
And does it say that money is better than anything?
I really cannot tell you. I'm really sorry.
Jazz, you're safe as ice with me, mate.
OK, I'm happy with that. Thank you.
Darwin has been living in happy anonymity at the zoo since 1972, but his keeper has every confidence that he'll rise...
I thought we were friends. Hey, come on, smiley, smiley, smiley. There's a horse! There's a horse!
If you've been one of the regular viewers of Vets in Practice, then you might remember that I'm not used to horses. This is Buster, and Buster is one of these animals that quite a few people... Ow! Ow! Picked my horse. He bit my hand.
Dolly the sheep is already a legend in her own field. The first of a flock.
It can be, yes. It takes quite a lot to learn it, but once you've sort of got the hang of it, it can be quite easy.
I mean, it's really, really neat, isn't it? And you've used a bit of straw down there as well.
Yeah.
Is that just to give it some stiffness?
Yes, it helps to keep the hair in as well.
Yeah, that's right. Do you use it in your own plat?
No, I've been tempted.
Let me have a feel of this. It's really, really, really dense, isn't
Yes,
it? Yeah?
yes, it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful.
The Agriculture Minister has announced millions of pounds of aid for farmers who say their industry is in crisis. But some say it's too little, too late. We'll have more
If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. Or rather a small one. Because although this guy looks pretty big, he's actually the smallest bear in the world, the Malayan sun bear. Hello! He gets...
And what sort of zoo is this? I mean, is this more of a petting zoo than your standard sort of zoo?
It is very similar to your standard zoo. Excuse me for a moment. It is very similar to your standard type of zoo in the fact that we do have quite a few exotic animals.
Defeat is something most politicians have to come to terms with sooner or later. But Henry here, unbowed by his first experience, says he won't be asking for a recount. David Cornock and Henry, BBC Wales Today, Parliament Dog of the Year show.
Above all else, they're super successful. Aren't you? Above all else, they've got really sharp teeth and their tempers run out and they just want the food and they don't want to play anymore, do they?
One more.
What do you mean one more? I've only got 5 fingers.
By injecting an ostrich egg like this, scientists hope the baby chicken side would take on all the characteristics of a moa. That means if the scientists are successful, the baby the moa chick. Thing is, I need them in shot, really. Right. God, I just don't want him to go for my eyes. By injecting an ostrich egg like this, the scientists hope the baby chicken side would take on all the characteristics of a moa. That means if the scientists are successful, the moa chick would grow to 3 times the size of the... Thanks. By injecting an ostrich egg like this, scientists hope the baby chicken side will take on all the characteristics of a moa. That means if the scientists are successful, the baby moa chick would grow to at least 3 times the size of these ostriches. Go away. Okay.
Right, you and you. Back.
Go away.
Back off.
Ow. Okay. Don't even think about that. By injecting an ostrich egg like this, scientists hope... Right, serious. Try and do it quickly. By injecting an ostrich egg like this, scientists hope the baby chicken side would take on all the characteristics of a moa. By injecting an ostrich egg like this, the scientists... Don't, that was rather nasty. By injecting... They've gone completely now. By injecting... I can hear them. By injecting an ostrich egg like this, the scientists hope the baby chicken side will take on all the characteristics of a moa. That means if the scientists are successful, the moa chick could grow to at least 3 times the size of these ostriches. Yeah, that was a bit nasty. A smile. You're starting to look worried, am I? Yeah. Okay. By injecting an ostrich egg like this... Again. By injecting an ostrich egg like this, the scientists hope the baby chicken side will take on all the characteristics of a moa. Things we do for the BBC. Great. Okay.
The next line is me saying that I'm not able to do it, so we better do it again. Have your fling. It's all part of prison wife syndrome. Husband's inside, woman has normal, wifely, womanly desires. Have your fling. It's all part of Woodner's wives. Wizeners Prives syndrome.
Here we go.
I feel lucky. I better do it this time. Have your fling. It's all part of...
Hello? Oh, Sharon, what's happening? What?
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 All right. Yeah, all right. We're coming. We're coming. Oh.
Morning.
What are you doing here?
We're going to a wedding, aren't we?
But you said you...
Hang on a minute. You don't think it's mine, do you?
Garth, I know it's yours.
How?
How do you think, you daft pillock? Kimberly told me.
What?
She wrote to you. She sent you letters. You ignored them. Ignored your own baby. Garth, how could you?
Mum, I didn't. She was so angry with me when I went to France. She...
Trace, that was Dorian. Some bloke wants me to do some modelling. He's coming round to see me. Trace, that was Dorian. She's killing herself laughing. Trace, that was Dorian. Some bloke wants me to do some modelling. He's coming round to see me.